Just a few things before we get started, and this is only relevant if you plan on following along with me using the provided exercise files. If you're just sitting back and watching, don't worry about any of this stuff. Now, because this is a course on typography, I've inevitably used quite a few fonts. To cut down on the likelihood of missing font issues, I've chosen them all from the Adobe Fonts website. That's fonts.adobe.com. And you, as a fellow Creative Cloud subscriber, will have access to the same fonts. In fact, if you turn on this option, Auto Activate Adobe Fonts, I'll show you how in just a moment. When you open up the document, the fonts should auto activate. Now you notice I say should. Sometimes it doesn't work quite as smoothly as we would want, but usually it does. So here's the preference that we need. Windows users, your preferences are under the Edit menu. So file handling, you just want to make sure that that box is checked. The second issue is that of missing or out-of-date links. Ultimately, it doesn't matter because we're not going to be outputting these files, but if you are worried by these missing link icons or outdated link icons, you can fix this problem by coming to the links panel. An outdated link, you just click on the file name and then update it like so. A missing link, click on the file name in the links panel and then come and click on the relink button and navigate to that file. All of the files are in the links folder, which is in the exercise folder. Now, it shouldn't happen, but if it does, that's how to fix it. The third issue is that of the file structure and file format. The structure of the files corresponds to the chapters of the course. In each folder, you'll see there are two identically named files. Identical with one exception. There is an INDD version, which is the InDesign file format, and there is an IDML, which is the InDesign markup language format. If you're using a current version of InDesign, then use the INDD. If you're using an earlier version and upgrading is not an option, then use the IDML. The content of both files is identical, but there's one minor difference, and that is that the IDML version will always open in normal view mode with the guides shown, whereas the INDD versions I have set to open in the preview view mode. But you can toggle back and forth between these modes by pressing the W key.